Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Razovy, and today we're going to talk about Steins Gate. Now, you're watching the Razovy Revived channel, so keep in mind the things that you see on the screen, they aren't that important. It's mainly this is a podcast video, so the listening part is way more important than the visuals. So keep that in mind when watching this video. Anyway, we're going to talk about Steins Gate today, and I'm actually very excited to talk about this anime because it's such a good anime, and it's not just praised by me; it's praised by everyone. It's basically people consider this to be a classic, and I tend to agree with them. Steins Gate is so well acclaimed, and it's well deserved. It truly is. It's basically, most people say it's a masterpiece, and I think that they are right. And sure, I'm certain that Steins Gate is not for everyone, and that is perfectly fine. But I do believe that Steins Gate is for most people, especially if you're new to anime. Steins Gate is definitely one of the first anime you should be watching, because it shows what the anime medium is able to pull off, basically. It's very, very cool. Now, what is Steins Gate? Well, Steins Gate is actually, it's at first, it's centered around this guy called Okabe Rintaro. And Okabe is actually, well, he says that he's a mad scientist. It's actually quite funny the way that he says it. There's even like a meme regarding it, but you'll find it out once you've watched Steins Gate. You will see that meme pop up more often. So he lives in a small room, and he lives in Akihabara, and he basically, what he does all day is invent gadgets, and then specifically the way that he says it, future gadgets, right? Something that people from the future would be able to think up of. And in this room that he is in this small apartment, he lives with his childhood friend. He's called Hashida, I believe. I should look that up first. Hashida, I believe. Yes, Itaru Hashida. And he, together with Hashida, he basically just tries to make gadgets. But to be honest, Hashida doesn't really do all that much. Hashida mainly plays games and watches anime and stuff. To be honest. Now, besides that, there's also another main protagonist, and she is called Mayuri Shina, and she's kind of the airhead of the group. She is not very smart, however, she is very kind, and she kind of supports the other two main protagonists in that sense. Like, she buys food and that kind of stuff, right? While so Okabe, he makes things. Hashida, he's kind of like the hacker, and then Mayuri is the airhead that takes care of them, basically. And I cannot talk too much about what's going to happen in Steins Gate, because it's if I do, I will spoil a lot. And this anime, like, if you ever read a spoiler of Steins Gate, basically you don't need to watch the anime anymore, because all of the suspension that this anime has completely relies on the story and of you being surprised by the story. So if personally, I would say, don't read anything about Steins Gate, just watch it immediately after you've watched this video. I think that would be best, because the spoilers will ruin the story completely. I have seen reviews of people that said, oh yeah, I read this and this about Steins Gate, and then watched it, and it ruined it for me. And I can see how that is the case. I didn't know anything about Steins Gate at the time. I was very new to anime when I watched Steins Gate. So I didn't read anything about it either, and it surprised the heck out of me. Like, I really enjoyed Steins Gate. Now, besides these three, there's also another main character. She's called Makise Kurise, and she's also a scientist, but she's like very serious, and she's basically the opposite of Okabe, because Okabe, he discovers something interesting. He discovers the phone microwave, basically, and with this microwave, he's able to do things that kind of disobey the laws of physics. And then, Maxa Kurisa, she also comes into the picture. I cannot say anything more. It sounds kind of vague, but it's supposed to be, because you will only understand the whole story after you watched every single episode. They make sure that you don't get it until the final episode, which makes this anime so good. Like, that's what I like about it. Imagine sitting down and trying to tell a story like Steins Gate. That is such a feat to accomplish, right? Like, try to do that well. I'm certain that anyone can just uh you know create a story, but that doesn't mean that it's good. But being able to make it like this, where you are able to only give the story away at the final episode and actually make it good, that is very, very impressive. Now, the characters in Steins Gate, not all of them are that great. For me personally, that is the first thing that I disliked about Steins Gate. I liked Okabe, I liked Makise, and I liked Mayuri. I didn't really like Itaru. Like, I didn't really like the hacker, and the other characters are kind of tropey in my opinion, and I don't really like that. I don't like the that characters only serve basically one purpose. One, oh yeah, one is really funny. The other guy does this. The other girl does this. Like, that is not what I enjoy about watching a show, and that's not what I like about anime. And anime can be very tropey. In this case, Steins Gate is a little tropey, and I don't like that. That doesn't mean that Steins Gate is bad. It's crazy good, but that is definitely a negative point of Steins Gate. Another negative, in my opinion, is that Steins Gate, it takes a while uh, to truly get the story, basically. And this is both a plus and a minus, in my opinion. On the one hand, it's a plus because once you've watched everything, you get it, and you're really content with the fact that you sat through it and that you really enjoyed it. On the other hand, I can see how some people at some point are like, after 3, 4 episodes, maybe five, they're like, "Wow, I don't get it. I'm done. I don't want to watch it anymore." I can see how that could happen as well, and that is also what works against Steins Gate. Some people just stop watching it because they don't get it at first. And sure, you're not supposed to get it at first, but for some people, the story might not be intriguing enough to keep on watching. For most, it is. That's also why most people consider it a classic. But I can see how for some, they just at some point are like, yeah, no, I don't get it. I'm done. I'm going to watch something that I do understand and that I do enjoy watching. So I get where they're coming from. I get why some people are done with the story after 5 episodes. But if you sit through it, and that is something that I truly advise you to do, sit through it, you will get basically the sci-fi story that is both a thriller and a drama. There's a lot of psychological stuff in it as well. What is right, what is wrong, and it's truly, this anime is one hell of a story, and there's a reason why so many people are rating this 8, 9, or 10 out of 10 basically. There's a reason for that. If you go on any list and you take a look at Steins Gate, it is one of the highest rated anime of all time. One of the most popular anime of all time. There's a reason for that. It's really, really good. And if you enjoy, that's also a plus of Steins Gate. If you enjoy it, there's way more content to enjoy. There's also a movie of Steins Gate. In fact, there's two movies of Steins Gate, and there's also a second season of Steins Gate set in an alternative universe. And the coolest part is, if you enjoy gaming, Steins Gate also has its own game, so that is also really cool. Like, if you enjoy games, like, so I'll maybe, you know what, I'll try to find a link to Steins Gate, to the game. If for some reason I forget, make sure to tell me in the comment section. But I'll try to find like a good link to the Steins Gate game or something. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video of Steins Gate. If you did, make sure to like this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. It helps me out and it'll help you out. It's kind of like a win-win situation. So thank you very much for watching. I was Razovy. You were you, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.